Metallica on the show. It's Rock 105.3. So today is a free comedy Friday, and there are certain comedians when they come in, I just know I can't wait. I get giddy, and this is one of them. We've known Harland Willams for many, many, many years, and when I saw you were coming to town, I went, oh yeah. I'm checking that one off the box.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Harland. How you been, buddy?
Good. We have a long history.
Really long time. I mean, you've been coming in here for over a decade. I mean, it's been a long time going.
Well, what people don't realize, too, is I delivered your kids.
That was nice.
Quite a moment.
Yes.
Very special.
I cut the umbilical cord.
You
wow.
I
nodded,
that was
and
great.
then I ate the placenta.
It was good.
I heard that's good for you.
Oh, you didn't know that? Harland did that? It was great. It was great.
Gosh, that's special.
I circumcised 3 of his children, the boys and the girls.
Oh, wow. All of them.
Yeah.
And I even did your grandmother when she was there.
That was great.
Yeah.
She appreciated that.
Yeah, that was
it half off?
It was half off, and it's hard to wrestle an oldie in a wheelchair, but I got her.
You know what? He's a pro.
Yeah.
He's a pro.
You wave a bacon sandwich under their nose, it distracts them, and snip, you got them.
You got him. Harland is performing at the American Comedy Company. A couple of shows tonight, a couple of shows tomorrow night. You played last night, I know.
Yeah,
Did the
great.
show go good?
Great,
Okay.
sold out.
Good.
So,
Now, Harland, here's the thing about Harland, which I love, is that Harland has his hands in a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a businessman, this guy.
Oh,
And so,
I can tell by the power suit.
yes.
Yeah.
This is what he does. This is what he does.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Last time you came in, you had just started making your own T-shirts.
Hell yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you still doing that?
Still doing it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Harbling.com.
Okay.
Harbling?
And,
Oh, nice.
Harbling.
I like it.
And you
And
can...
weren't you drawing them yourself?
Yeah, I draw.
Yeah.
I draw them right on the shirt.
So it's like a custom.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really cool. I was looking at them earlier.
It's like a walking piece of art.
Yeah.
And then you can buy the prints. So go to harbling.com
That's
and
great.
check out my art. Yeah, it's fun.
Anything new in the hopper? Are you making your own barbecue sauce now or anything?
I'm making just in post production on my first feature film that I wrote and directed.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
so
different than barbecue sauce.
That is different.
It's just as hot though. Just as hot.
Hey,
Hey,
tangy too.
little
tangy.
zesty, a little. But
What's this about?
Yeah, talk to us, Harland.
it's
Because
called.
I fell in love with you, of course, with Half Baked and the stoner comedies,
Easy,
and now,
Sky.
well,
Yeah.
I was just
Hey.
thinking about it because now, like, he'll come in, and in the beginning we talk weed a lot, and now we're talking like kids programming and making T-shirts, and it's like how things have
biggest
changed.
news ever was quite a few years ago when Harland created Puppy Dog Pals.
Oh yeah,
It was
the
the greatest
Disney
thing.
cartoon.
And my kid at the time, was really little and loved it. And Harland signed a thing for Puppy Dog Pals. It was
sent
like
us
the biggest
books.
moment ever.
books,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was great.
So where are we going now?
Yeah, what kind of movie are we
Please be
doing?
stoner comedy.
Well, that's what I love about the entertainment industry because I can do 1 year I can do kids programming, and the new movie's called Wingman, and it's basically about a professional wingman who helps losers get girls.
That's great.
No, I think I read about this. Who's starring in it? They announced it, right?
I play the wingman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Russell Peters and Jamie Kennedy.
Yes.
And Kayla Wallace is the female lead. She's the new breakout star on the Oil Man show with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh,
she
Landman
plays
or whatever.
Landman.
Yeah.
She plays his lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Really?
she's fabulous. So we have a great comedy
that's
cast.
awesome.
And
is this one that we're going straight to streaming, or are we going to be in the
we
theaters?
don't know yet. We just literally in the last probably 98% finished in post.
That's great.
And we'll be done in 2 weeks.
And you directed it.
I wrote it, directed
the whole
it,
thing.
and star in it.
How did you get cast?
Yeah, who do you
know what? I didn't want to do it because I knew I was directing, and that's such a huge job.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to jump from behind the camera to in front of the camera. So I literally sent the script to Will Ferrell, to Jim Carrey, to Ryan Gosling,
All the
to
big comments.
Justin Bateman, and because it was sort of a low budget, like a $2 million budget, they didn't, they couldn't do it.
Right.
And I just thought the only one who really gets this humor is me because I wrote it.
Right.
Yeah, you wrote it.
That would help.
That would make sense.
How do you direct yourself, though?
You just have to kind of.
Are you mean to yourself? Like a mean director?
I do a lot of casting couch.
Wait a minute.
I don't think you can say that.
I don't think you should say that out
2025.
loud.
I had to audition myself, and
So at least you had a good time.
very hands-on.
Self-love.
Okay.
Now, what goes into being a good wingman? Because we were actually talking about being a wingman like recently on the show.
Which one of us? We were saying which one of us would be
Who would
the
be
best
the
wingman?
best wingman? What goes into that?
Well, what's cool about this movie, it's very non-woke. I was so sick of the woke culture, and I'm like,
don't need it.
I'm doing a movie, excuse me, that breaks all the rules.
Good.
Like edgy humor. And so this wingman isn't like any wingman you've ever seen. He has his own methods, like really bizarre methods. Like, you know, the wingman's supposed to go in and take the hit.
Yeah.
You know, sort of take the fugly friend away.
You're jumping on the grenade.
Right.
Yeah.
So what this wingman does is before he goes to the club, he stops at KFC, gets a bucket of chicken, and rubs it all over his neck. So when he walks up to the hot girl and the fat girl, the fat girl goes right to the guy with the chicken.
Because she loves the smell.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Thor was just talking about this, how we don't make comedies like that anymore.
No, it
Like
sucks.
the 90s.
Like
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s, they don't make they don't make comedies at all anymore.
Yeah.
It sucks. I don't know what happened.
This is why I wanted to do it, and so this wingman's crazy, and he does stuff like under the front seat of his car, he has the world's best panty dropper. So he gets his client to go down to his car, and in the glove box is a little spray bottle of eucalyptus spray, because under the seat he made a little nest, and he has an albino koala, which is basically any girl's cutest dream.
The gals will love it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm in. I
So
want to
you-
meet the koala.
He says he says you spray this in the car, and that little koala will come out and cling to her like a dingleberry on a truck driver's butt hair. So it's a really fun movie because he's just a bizarre.
I don't know anything about it from what you just said, though. I'm going to cry laughing. It sounds great.
Thank you.
It sounds great.
Yeah. No, we're excited about it. And Jamie Kennedy plays the rival wingman.
He's a wingman too.
Yeah, he's sort of the high end guy, and I take kind of any job, but he steals my client. So we get into this confrontation, and then Russell Peters plays the high end client that hires Jamie. So now we're all kind of battling each other. And
Jamie was just in here a couple months ago. I wish I would have known. I would have asked him all about it.
He's great in it, and so a really fun back to edgy, non-woke, like
I love this.
comedy, like Farrelly Brothers style. Like,
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you? Let me ask you, because you direct and you wrote.
Yeah.
So do you give the other actors freedom to improv, or do you say, "Hey, let's stick to the script a little bit," or do you throw out lines? Like, how do you do that? That's tough, right?
Yeah. No. All of it.
Yeah. Okay.
All of it.
We were on we shot the thing in 15 days.
Oh wow.
Which was crazy.
Yeah,
but
that is crazy.
We always get a take from the script. And then I encourage the actors to improv, especially Russell Peters.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Every line he did, he brought. Like, I was just sitting back because I'm the improv king.
Yeah.
And to see someone else do it and actually make me laugh in the moment, he was great. And then I'll throw out stuff too. I'll be like, hey, add this, add that, try this, try that.
So you, being the writer, you weren't ever offended that the line that they did was better?
funnier, yeah.
No.
You want that.
You want
That's
that.
good.
That's great.
You know, I learned that from all my movies, like Dumb and Dumber, Something About Mary Half-Baked. I improvised tons of those lines. And tons of those lines made it into those movies, and people love them. They quote them. And so I learned that if someone can bring funny that's not on the page, let them bring it.
Yeah,
it just makes the
everyone look
movie better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes everyone
it
better.
does.
And that's the goal.
That Dumb and Dumber scene where there was some improv in that?
Oh, yeah, 50% of that.
Really? Was Grandma's cough syrup?
That
line?
was all
That was you?
Granddaddy's cough syrup.
That's like one of my favorite lines ever.
Yeah, you've been sucking on Granddaddy's cough syrup.
And then the sound you made.
That comes from a really cool place. When we were little kids, we would go to our grandparents, for the holidays or whatever.
Yeah.
And my grandfather, Neil O'Donnell, he used to like to have a drink, but he didn't want the children. There was 14 grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So he didn't want them to know he was drinking. So to my grandmother, he'd say, Mother, bring me some more cough medicine. And so we sort of knew, even though we
Yeah.
But when I was doing that scene with Jim and Jeff and Dumb and Dumber, pulled them over as the cop, it was like, you guys drinking, and right away that that was my reference that went into my head. So I said, "You boys been sucking back on Granddaddy's cough medicine?" And you know what I love? That's one of the lines that people quote to me all the time. And it just brings me back to thinking of my grandfather. Like, in a way, he's still in this world because of that. Millions and millions and millions of people have seen that line, quoted that line.
It's so awesome,
man.
Yeah.
Like, it created an inside joke for
everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
And it happened in the moment.
Yeah.
It happened in the
so
moment.
Great,
so
man.
it's but Russell, I mean, every take he brought some great stuff.
I can't wait to see it. Well, hopefully it comes out soon. We'll
know soon. I think we're actually getting a call later today from Netflix. They've seen it. So
nice.
We don't know whether they'll say yay or nay, but I might have news even by this afternoon.
Okay.
So
Well, call me back, okay?
Okay, we'll go to Arby's.
We'll celebrate.
We'll go to
Jamocha Shake.
We'll go to Denny's and get some of Granddaddy's cough syrup.
Now you're talking. Right? Now that's a good time. That's a good time. Or you can go see Harland tonight or tomorrow night. American Comedy Company. You'll be performing there. Harland, awesome to see you.
Great to see you guys. Awesome. Thank you so much.